Good morning, traders. Happy Friday. It's been a good week. Let's keep it heading in that direction. Let's end the week strong. Today, stocks are resuming their tumble as new exemptions to Trump's tariffs fail to quell investors' fears. All right, so market's looking a little weak still, ending the week. Yesterday, how did we do? Mr. Isaiah and Muhammad, good morning to you both. Yesterday, I'm not going to lie. What was it, Jeannie? I was so aggravated because yesterday would have been a double quota day. I got liquidated on my stop right here at 973 on this pop-up. And then, from there, it just faded. I was so mad all day. That cannot stand when I get top tick like that. But anyways, today is a new day. Yesterday just felt like it should have been a way larger day than it was. We hit Q on the day, but man, it just felt like yesterday should have been one of those days. Everything was working really well, but we can't let that change our mindset today, because consistency is in the mind. So we're going to stay strong, formidable. And if your goal is to trade like a consistent trader, then you must start from the premise that the solutions are in your mind, not in the market. And the problems, right? Solutions. And the problems are in the mind, not in the market. Traders like to put their responsibility on the market when it's all on you. So, had to have a stop. It is what it is. But that is certainly very aggravating. But good work to you guys yesterday. Let's flip through a few tickers this morning and see what we are going to be looking at. PSTV is honestly surprising. Now that Isaiah pointed out the short locate monitor, which I knew because it says it on their site, but with the account, I didn't really want to test it out. Yeah, I asked CMEG about it, and they said, yeah, it shows you an estimation, but it does not charge you the $25. It just charges you the per share rate. So like if I got 100 shares of PSTV, it's only going to cost $4. Yeah, they confirmed that. Thank you, Isaiah. And $4 to get 100 shares of PSTV on the short side? I mean, it might be worth it. I don't know. I don't really like focusing on the stocks that have all of the attention, because they're like patterns and technicals and things just don't work as probable as they would on something without all the attention on it. I really liked how this one closed yesterday. It closed right under the red 200-day moving average. It's clearly overbought, manipulated. It just closed at its recent lows. Look at that, 24 cents on Tuesday. PSTV closed at. Now we're up at $2. So way overbought. There's good opportunity here. I'll look into it. Potentially, but I tend to avoid these kind of plays. This morning, I got a few hangovers that I'm looking at. I really want something easy like Genie. Yesterday, I want to end the week strong. This week's been entirely green here, and I'm very happy about that. I want to end the week strong going into the weekend. So Genie worked perfectly against the upper resistance, faded throughout the day. Gap is popping up. This one hit the morning scanners, and the overhead resistance is so strong on it. I'd love this one to pop up closer, back up to that 23 line. It's not on earnings. It's just on like an analyst upgrade or something. We were at lows. We're popping up. Look at the 200-day, the 50-day. They're all colliding. And not only that, it's just a massive amount of overhead resistance on Gap. Looking left here, look at this resistance right above 23, that 2320 magic area on Gap. So yeah, we're gapping up. We're gapping up on Gap from 1948 up into that 2223 range. I do like this one. I would like it a little closer up to that resistance. Maybe we get a little pop out of the gates and can risk the pre-market highs, and of course the 250-day. A lot of different indicators lining up there. That's one I'm watching this morning, but we need some volume on it. I'm going to take a few off the watch list. Like Zim was similar with a lot of overhead resistance, but that one's already fading nearly a point. TRMD, let me check this one out. TRMD is kind of a hangover. It gapped up yesterday from 1730 up to 1960 was the high yesterday. We've been going sideways. Obviously, when these longs don't get their gap, I'm looking for a little fade today. Light volume. Let's see where resistance is at. $20 I have mapped out. 50 days. What's the 50 day at? 1973 is the 50 day. And then $20 resistance. So TRMD, looking at that. Let's keep it moving. PII is interesting. We had a nice climb yesterday. Light volume. Decent setup. Not my favorite. LAC is one that I like, similar to the slow genie fade yesterday. The LAC is right. It's been on a, 2-day climb from Tuesday, Wednesday, and then yesterday morning spike and sideways consolidation, and we're sitting right at resistance at 310. So let's look left on LAC. And I'm seeing, not only that, the moving averages, the 200 day is at 305. So it's actually sitting right at the 200 day. And then left of the chart, we have 310 resistance. So LAC is sitting right on risk. I like that a lot with it. This is a slower play. You can see the price action's really kind of slow. But the risk is tight. It's a decent setup. And if you look at the 5-day chart, we have some room to pull on back under 3, 280-ish and so. So LAC is one I'm looking at for a slower kind of genie fade. Kayvon in the house. What up, fam? Kayvon, what did you trade yesterday? Just the BJ? Good work on that. Got a minute till the market opens on up. Oh, BJ's actually not bad today for a hangover, too. I'm going to throw BJ on the watch list, because that could get a pop. We could risk like the 113.97 high if we get a pop there for maybe some profit taking fade on this Friday. All right. That's pretty much it. In Pennyland, we got PSTV. Highly manipulated play, and then probably the two I'm watching that I like the most. I really would like Gap to pop up closer to that 2320. There's so much resistance overhead up there. And then LAC on a slow fade, probably against like, I don't know. I'm not getting top. Kayvon, I got top ticked on Genie yesterday. It was ridiculous. And that thing faded all day from there. I'm still salty about it. No more wash sales for you. Going to be hard. Man, I'm so sorry to hear about that. That has got to be aggravating. All right, market is now open. LAC. Let me see with LAC. I have to locate shares on LAC. Let me see how much it is to even locate those. God bless, dude. Don't pull back yet. How many shares would I want? Maybe like 300. Oh, it's only like $2.40. All right, I'm going to think about that if we get a pop, because 310's the risk there. Let's see what Gap's doing. Gap is one I wanted for a pop out of the gates for a short. Kayvon CVNA. Sitting right on the 200-day moving average of CVNA. All right, the penny play PSTV's kind of chilling out. Gap. Can we get a move closer up to 23? Because 23.20 is the risk, and I really don't want a point. I really don't want to have a point of risk on this. Come on, little creepy crawler. Let me cancel that. I may hit gap, but what I want to do is go start with a little smaller position. Like start it with half of what I would start it with. I'm gonna put an order out on 22 at 22.50. With half of really what I would like. And we'll flip around. Oh, I got filled. 22.50. Okay. Filled 22.50. I only got half of what I would really like on it. So let me do this. 23. 25. If I am hitting it near the top, at least I have a feeler position on it. God, that's already selling off. All right. We'll see. I mean, it just had a massive sell-off right there. 22.50 down to 22. Only have about half the position I wanted on it. So I'm monitoring that. We'll start flipping around, see if there's something else. Could size into it. PSTV going up. Kayvon, CVNA bounced yesterday from 190 to 197. Give me one of those days. No, for real. Yeah, so far we're good right now. I just got to figure out how to work GAP if I want to scale into it or let that one sell off a little bit more. God, I don't know. This one's selling off pretty good right here, guys. GAP. To be greedy or not to be greedy? Pretty decent pop right there on it. $22.50 average. I guess the right decision was to be greedy. Mr. Doug in the house. Howdy, Kevin. Stop by to send some green your way. Thank you, man. Made a quick 40 on the open on GV. Yeah, look at GV. Look at GV. Straight up. Nice work. 639 halted up to 715. I see that right now. I do see that. Gap, what kind of a freaking red candle or green candlestick is that? Straight up, straight down. Chop fest right now. Nice. Love the chop fest. Gotta love the Chop Fest. Could have been an area to scale into it on the sloppy seconds there. When they happen quick like that and they just pop right back up, oftentimes it's just difficult to sustain that kind of a move. I'm going to flip through the watch list, see what else we're looking at. Order still at 2280, Isaiah. Well, now since you haven't gotten into it, maybe gap will be good to you and pop up there. Yeah, I'm at a good place with it because I'm like, I only have half the position I wanted, so it's like either just let this thing sell off or I can hit it again up there. I really didn't want the sideways consolidation and then the pop. I wanted like a quick move up out of the gates to short into. Now that it's already been kind of going up and down, may not be good for us. I should have taken, should have, would have, could have on it. GV opened up. GV, God, definitely a trade there. But man, that thing is getting a euphoric move right now. What do we know about euphoric moves? Pop quiz, pop quiz. Mr. John Riley in the house. Good morning, Kevin. Buying into the FOMO. Yeah, you want to definitely be mindful, scared to buy into the FOMO. FOMO is real. Fear of missing out. It's very real out there. Look at that. Fast move up, elevator down. Shorts just love getting involved with this kind of a thing. Straight up, elevator down. You're in on BJ, Isaiah. All right, BJ. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I like BJ as well. Man. Isaiah, sell the euphoria. Exactly. Exactly. All right, I'm going to just flip around here, see what's going on. PSTV, that one. There's something called... Kayvon, we all like BJ's. Yeah, BJ was a good hangover. That's a good one to be a part of. Could see the profit taken today. PSTV, see that gap coming back down to 22. All right, I'm going to take gap right here. Down back at the lows in case it gets a little bit of a bounce. I was a little regretful with that feeler position that I did not do that earlier. So maybe it'll give another pop, sloppy seconds, and can grab another short on it. We can work our way to Q on the day. But I'm sitting nearly 0.75 right now, so I think it's just smart to do that. And we'll flip around and try to get another one. And I hate, like, I don't want to be tunneled in on one ticker either. I want to flip around and help you guys out, find something else to trade to. All right, let's see what's going on. GV's halted down. I just am so curious how much the shorts would cost with GV. Let's look that up. GV, send a request, 100 shares. Oh, ouch. Ouch. Just 100 shares. 0.33 cents per share. That was going to cost 25 plus 58 minus 25 is what? That's a lot. That's like $33 for 100 shares. My God. All right, let's flip around. WBA, Walgreens, getting a little climb up. So Walgreens, what did they do this morning? Drugstore is going to go private. From public to private. Price target $11.45 from $11. So they got an analyst upgrade. They're sitting like right above. Kayvon never pays to borrow. Yeah, I definitely get that. There's like so much out there that it doesn't really make sense to. But if they're cheap enough, I don't mind it. Like PSTV would have only cost me a few dollars at CPro for 300 shares. Like, well, this against 220 is not a bad short. Sitting here talking myself into it. 220, it's not bad. My only concern is I typically avoid these kind of plays because they're more manipulative. All right, traders. So right now, Gap is still selling off. I got rid of all of it. Regretfully, I wish I had a full position there. That would have been a massive trade, and then could have scaled out half. But that's why I jumped into it. I knew 23.20 was the risk. That's why I'm like, let me take half a position here because I just want to be involved with it if this is the top. But it still looks good. I'm not sure, Isaiah, if we're going to get up to 22.80. That is a very good entry. I would love that entry too. But Gap looks pretty good up against that risk up there, 23.20. It's getting another pop. That's what I have not liked about this. Look, it sold off and then 21.80 up to 22.50. It's like jumped 70 cents in one green candlestick. All right, Isaiah, let me catch up. Doug had one good trade. Could have sold half, set your stop, and wrote it up a little bit. Yeah, exactly. So you got the idea. Very good. Very good. Yeah, it's the one thing, it's my biggest struggle. It's so hard for me to do it. Like Gap may fade down to 21 or lower, and it would have been a massive trade. It's what makes the difference because we can hit Q. You can make, let's say your quote is $100 on the day. You can hit it, taking half or 75% off, and then you could get to like $200, $300 fairly easily if the ticker continues to work out. You adjust your stop to break even and just chill and kind of forget about it. Yeah, GV, that's a tough one there. All right, I'm itching for another trade. LAC, this one's right up at my resistance line. I mean, perfect resistance. Should we locate here? That is the question. LAC right up at the 200-day resistance line. 200-day is at 304, so it's at 312, trying to get above it, but also getting above this upper resistance line, 310. Man, and then it's also got yesterday's 316 kind of highs right here. I like a slow kind of a play right now after that initial green trade. LAC. LAC will cost $1.60 for 200 shares. How do I not take that? Here's what I'm looking at. LAC, 200 shares I put out there, 0.008. Total price $26.60. It will cost $1.60 for those shares. I'm so tempted. flip around. Let me flip around, see if I do want to do that or not. TRMD, this one I was looking at this morning. This one's getting a morning spike. That's after yesterday's climb and consolidation. $20, I remember, is the top risk here, TRMD. I'm going to avoid a short yet on it because 20 may gravitate. It may gravitate up towards that $20 area. And gap just popping right back up. I mean, is this going to give another entry on it? I'm going to monitor it because I don't mind hitting it for a short again. All right. Kayvon CMG, some dumpage going on there. Muhammad, I've tried to short on GV, but locate price was so expensive, so lost a short at 8. But good idea. Good idea. VZ ripping. Let's look at VZ. Ah, nice. Yeah. I love, this is what I like to look at. I like to look at, and I did see this one at the close yesterday. So Tuesday, I noticed it sold off a lot, and now it's just climbed right back up yesterday, and then getting a morning spike today. So when I saw that sell off, it kind of felt like they were trapping some shorts a little bit. We're at 52-week highs, 45.20. I could see it closing back under 45.20. 46 is going to be some resistance as well on the daily. I do like this one though. I want to see if that 45.20 is going to hold up right now for a next leg on up before we start pulling back. But VZ thrown on the watch list. All right. I'm going to try to snipe another play out to get the Q on the day. Let me flip through a few of the gainers. Gap, man, I'm glad. God, that price action is so funky. It's feeling like the other day, right? Where something just bouncing up and down. Up, down, up, down, up, down. So gap, climbing back up. GV, we'll see where that opens up at. Billy doing Billy things. HE, HE. Got some like 1220 resistance on HE. That one's getting a little spike this morning. What's going on with HE? I don't see anything. 4 analyst projections the other day for the Hawaiian Electric HE. A price target analyst upgrade the other day. Man, there's some good action today. I think we got to time some good entries, but there's some good action today. I think I'm going to locate LAC. This will be my first locate. So we'll confirm this. Look. 200 shares, 0.008, 26.20. I'll accept it. So it looks like it took the 26.20 out of the account. So, Isaiah, you're saying tomorrow, or I guess the next trading day, we'll see. I'm not saying you said that. They said that to me. All right, so LAC, now that I located that, 200 shares, let me throw 200 shares short. This is where I like these 200 shares. Is that what normally happens for you, though? It will take it out of your equity on the day, then the next day. All right, I'm going to put the 200 on 312, the ask. Isaiah, yes, it should go back into your account. Okay, good, good, good. We will make sure of that, I guess, Monday, next trading day or so. We'll see if I get hit on LAC. Let me do this. All right, I'm just going to get into it. 312. Set of OCO, like 3. I don't know. Do like 320. Stop. 290. Profit. And send that out. Okay. Cool. That will be my first locate with CPro, so we'll see how that works out. All right, let's flip around. HE just hit $12, $11.99. I got 12.20 as some resistance there. VZ, we were watching that one. I want to see if that 45.20 is going to hold up as support. GV opened up. GV opened up right now, sitting on VWAP. And then Gap 2250 might be trying to kind of hold up right now. What I don't like about Gap is, and I like the upper shadows against 2250. I just don't like how it keeps popping right back up to there. It's like, make up your mind what you want to do, Gap. It might try to get a leg up, in which case we could hit it against the 2320s. Okay, I'm going to flip around a little bit. PSTV, look at that. Good short there against 220. See, that would have been the one to locate. Just a lot of volume there. The thing is, there's momentum shifts in the market, right? So you got GV is being like what PSTV was yesterday. You see what I'm saying? Like PSTV, all the hype and momentum yesterday, so it kind of fades, goes off of this play, moves on to GV. Because most of the time, it's like these kind of plays in Pennyland, it's the same, similar kind of volume. So they, same kind of traders. Okay. HE pulling back a little bit off at 12. 12.20 being the resistance I'd noticed there. Zim is interesting. Wonder if Zim's backside off at 21.20. Lot on my watch list is green right now. We're seeing the market get a little bounce this Friday. Lot's getting some green action. So we don't necessarily want to fight the market. BJ curling back around. Let's see. GV still somehow staying up a little bit. and I like ZIM. So ZIM yesterday had a kind of a zombie hour pop, and then we're seeing a morning spike this morning. Probably some profit taken from the guys from yesterday. 2120, we could see if that holds up as a level of resistance on it. I did have ZIM popped up this morning, and 22 is really tough resistance left of the chart there. Trying to snipe today, guys. The last 2 days have been such good days for being a short bias trader because the market's been selling off. It seems like today, at least with the gap trade so far, has got to be a little focused on a good entry. So ZIM popping up towards that 2120 area. If its backside is going to stay heavy against that, that's prior support. Kayvon MRK looking for closer to 95 to come. Gotcha. Yeah, I'll throw that one on the watch list too. That one's looking juicy. A lot of juicy plays this morning, guys. It's just the watch list. Look, everything's green. So even with the LAC, I'm kind of working on the slow side. I mean, this one, we may just see a lot of green action today. Isaiah working LAC as well. Tight stop at 317. Yeah, it's a good trade. I mean, it's got so much resistance overhead. 200-day daily resistance. I like this trade quite a bit, but always got to have risk. We will apply it. What I don't want to happen is to get top ticked like yesterday. Do not happen to me today. I mean, I'm happy with the green thus far. If LAC doesn't work out, it will be a break-even day at the moment, but need her to pull on back to reality. VZ cracking under. That's got a nice little descending triangle on it. Nice snap there, VZ. It's a really good looking pattern. So you get a stock getting balled up on euphoria, making lower highs, snapping. Look at that. I was just trying to see if that was going to get a bounce there off of that. It was past chart history resistance. I was going to see if it was going to get a next leg on up there, but so far, VZ snapping that line. HE looking heavy still. And GV somehow staying up. My God. GZ somehow staying up. LAC, a little bit of a pullback there. Good. That's what we want to see. Good, good, good. Gap hitting sloppy seconds up towards 2250. Kind of fading a little bit now. That one's definitely not a ticker to be shorting at the lows because that thing pops up 50, 60 cents on lows. Doug, you meant that for your chart 1D, looking at the 1 day. How'd your doctor's appointment go? Everything check out? Yeah, we got to snipe today, guys. Got to snipe today. Although the market just pulled back quite a bit, too, off of 576, a SPY. Market's going to do a green to red move. All right. ZIM, yeah, I like this right here, guys. ZIM, this one's popping up towards 2120s. Could just risk the high a day there. ZIM, where are we at? Do I need to locate here? Because I don't want to locate again. No, I don't. It's popping up over that 2120s. I'm going to throw a short out. Order placed, ZIM. %20 of the buying power. Really just against the highs. Trying to get a fill here. All right, fill 21.21 against 21.40. So not giving it a ton of room here. I just want to see if we're going to stay heavy against the highs. All right, let's see. Let's see what happens, ZIM. We're going to stay heavy against the highs, popping up towards that 20-ish area, which was prior support. Let's turn into some resistance. Looking at the Thinkorswim chart. I like these upper shadows we see here. I mean, fingers crossed this is kind of like a sloppy seconds kind of pop up here. We get met with some resistance. Seeing some... Ah, shoot. ZIM, we don't want that big green, random green candlestick popping up. I'm going to chill here with that. Risk 21.43 is what I put it at. I'm going to chill with that. See if we can get some upper shadows, stay heavy. LAC, man, that one... I mean, I like it. It's just... getting balled up down here. 311 got balled up. So, okay, ZIM decent pullback there. Doug, price range, what are you referring to? What's the stop and profit target on ZIM? Yeah, look at this 2120s. It tried to pop up above it or met with an upper shadow. So what I'm looking at here is just for this line to remain as resistance. I think it was a decent hand to get involved here on a pop back up towards it for a short against really the highs, or you could have had this as resistance too, but you saw that upper shadow. Sometimes they play around there. What's your price of stock? I'm not understanding the question. Speak in like... Ask me like you're talking to a first grader. That's my level of understanding right now. ZIM, come on, let's pull back, get back under 21. Let's have a good day today. Working 2 right now. ZIM LAC. Oh, max price on that stock. Ah, shoot, dude. I think I need to get out of this. This price action's so funky. Thinking. What is with these random green pops like that? I don't understand. Yeah. Alright. Give it a second here and then I'm going to get out of it. Probably ZIM. Give me 1 second. I'm just monitoring this price action. I don't like that it's just going from jumping 15 cents up randomly. We want it to stay heavy against this 2120s line, not keep popping up through it. That is the aggravation right now with this. Oh my God. What is wrong with you, ZIM? Just weird price movement on it. Very weird. Try not to let it shake me out. Put a 2040 stop on it. Alright, where's LAC? LAC's just still sitting right there. Yeah, look at this chart with ZIM. It's just strange. I mean, I like it. Just start working. It's kind of like a flag-ish, right? We're off of this bottom trend right now on ZIM. We need the 20s to hold up as resistance. If not, the stop's going to be at high a day, but I'd like it to stay heavy, crack underneath that. That's what I'm looking at there. Still chilling with LAC, but not really liking that it's holding up. Gonna kick back, just kicking back with it. HE still heavy against the highs right there. That one's still fading, looking pretty good. What else is going on? VZ, very similar chart pattern to ZIM that we're working, is VZ. That one kind of descending triangle off of the euphoria. Now the 45-20s, we always go over that magic area. The 20s, they do this. 20s area always does this for some reason. And GV higher. My God. Okay, well, today is a weird day, isn't it? Not often do you see a ticker go from $3 up to $8, elevator down, halt, and then consolidate and climb back up to make new highs. You do not see that every day. Monitoring ZIM. I have my stop at the high. Probably going to leave it there. It feels weird, price action. It's kind of bouncing up and down. 22 is the main risk here. Maybe it tries to pop up and climb up to that. But we'll just we'll let her do her thing. Let me flip around, see if there's anything else. It doesn't feel like a day to be like over trading. And then Gap was really strange too. Gap was strange price action too. BJ's is back up. GV, I cannot. That's very strange that it did that. ARRY, huh? Look at the chart here. 660s ARRY straight up. Isaiah getting chopped around pretty bad today. Yeah, I'm not liking it. Part of me is like, man, you should have probably taken Gap and just been done with the day because it's feeling strange. It doesn't. My hunch is telling me it's not a day to be over trading. From seeing this kind of movement, for many years. Probably going to really try to get to Q and make it a wrap, or maybe it'll be a break-even day. Who knows what today's going to look like. I really need Zim to work out. Zim, I have a decent 20% of the buying power, 54 shares, but if that works against me, that's going to negate the day. $21.21 average. It looks like it's under this support line, but based on today, it doesn't really matter, right? You crack under support, and then it starts chopping around. Like Gap made new lows, and then that just started chopping around. What's the SPY doing? SPY's pulling back. SPY made a little bounce and is pulling back in some. GV is very surprising. That's why I'm not going to locate that kind of stuff. It's so manipulative. I mean, take your piece and move on. So don't feel bad about that, Doug. You got your piece and move on. My concern with Zim is we're going to see some random massive like pop on it, like it keeps doing, I'm not trying to deal today. I'm not trying to deal with the manipulative action today. All right, there's something on Airy. That one's getting a nice climb too. I have to monitor that. I'm reducing the risk on ZIM. Taking half off. Gonna adjust the stop to a little tighter on it feel like today is needing this. So reducing the risk on it a little bit. 2135 stop. 2135 stop. I'll chill with that. And that is why I reduced the risk on that. Getting a little bounce right there. Let's see. LAC is doing LAC. Did that take you out, Isaiah? I hope you don't end up like I was yesterday where you get stopped out right at the top. I pray that does not happen to you because that pissed me off all day. Today just feels a little more challenging than most days. So I'm really trying to focus. That's why I'm not a chatterbox at the moment. All right, let's flip through some of the gainers and see what's going on in the gainer world. GV 960, is that going to be the high? Who knows? GV, doing GV things. mRNA, that one, 3679 is the 50-day moving average. Oh, I don't feel like over trading today. This is just weird out here, man. HE pulling back on around towards the highs. 1197 is the high there. Can we get over 12 HE? I like that resistance line I got marked off at 1220. Yeah, 1220 there. That's what I'm looking at with HE. I'll be interested up and over 12. What I'm thinking is today, gotta really not like take early entries, because a lot of these plays are going green, staying green, becoming difficult to trade. I'm about to get stopped out on LAC. Man. Yeah, LAC, I have a 320 stop on it. That one is ignoring resistance right now. Man. That's aggravating. It's a good setup. Very good resistance on it. Did top tick you out? Well, it's continuing higher at the moment. Continuing higher. Slow and steady. Going sideways. Thought we were going to get a little slow play on that one. I'm probably about to get taken out as well on it. Yeah, here we go. Popping up 320s on the ask. Just got filled LAC. Or stopped out LAC rather. Man, alright. Alrighty. So now I only have Zim, which is... I'm glad I reduced some risk there. My adjusted stops at 2135 before the high, in case that one wants to just blow past the highs and do a liquidity grab. Now, you know I'm going to be watching LAC throughout the day if 320 is the top. Alright, so now we've given back our profit. Nice. GV, straight down, another halt. 960 down to 805. Aggravated right now. So focus on preserving capital at the moment. A lot of choppy action. Focus on preserving the capital. MRK back up to the highs. MRK making new highs. See $100 risk there on the daily chart, obviously way off of that. $100. Yeah, $100 main risk. I don't see much until then. HE curling all around as well. Back up to the highs. Slow and steady. VZ. Look at all this action, guys. Everything's just curling back around, breaking out new highs. It doesn't seem like we're getting a all-day fade on anything. Everything's just bouncing up, curling back around, making new highs. Look at this. VZ. I hope this is not how ZIM is going to be, but nice descending triangle under resistance. Pops right back up, making new highs. Man. All right. VIK, Doug's. Point out VIK. Sell off there. VIK. Continuation. Wow, something's selling off today. Surprising. mRNA, that one's straight up mRNA. 3681's the 50-day. mRNA is interesting. 3820, I'm seeing some resistance there. So you gotta throw mRNA on the watch list, 'cause there's something there. MRK new highs. HE curling around. VZ new highs. I still like BG, or BJ, that is. Oh, 40 cent. 40 cent is the spread on it, so I'm just going to take that one off for now. Gap popping back up. God, dude. Should we long something? Jeez. Could be a long here against 2180. Go short to long. I mean, there's just nothing. Everything is turning back around so far. Flip through some gainers. ENPH is getting a spike. I think GV. Did GV open up? GV, yeah, GV opened up from the haul. We're sitting, if you want a short on GV, or a long rather, 750 is the previous ascending triangle resistance, now support. Yeah, I agree. I hate longs. Absolutely hate longs. I'm so terrified of them. ZIM, I'm sitting with a very small position here still. That one's finally respecting 2120s. We'll see if that one can be the black sheep and just fade. I mean, I need it to get back to some green on the day. Oh, Mr. Keith in the house. Good morning. Just got back from work. All right, welcome to the action. It is... The action out there is not like the last 2 days. Let's put it at that. The last 2 days, everything had been selling off. If you had been short on anything, you pretty much were making money. Today, a little different. Today, a lot of these plays are reversing, doing red to green moves, and sustaining. It's going sideways, making new highs. So I'm sitting back right now. I got a half a position short on Zim is all I'm working at 21.21. Yesterday, for instance, this would have faded all day against this. It would have been excellent. What was that play yesterday? KC? Yeah, look at this. The same exact pattern, actually. KC popped up, euphoric move, descending triangle pattern. It's the same exact move. It cracked under it, held up as resistance at 1890, faded all day from that. But today, looking a little different with the price action. So similar setup, but things are holding up a little bit more today. mRNA, are you going to slow down? mRNA straight up. All right. What kind of resistance zones are we looking at here, mRNA? We got 38, 30, 40. That's some resistance on mRNA. Which is popping straight up too right now. I mean, still straight up to that area. mRNA. Do have shorts here. mRNA, you're tempting me. You're tempting me. See if we can get a little closer to 38 on mRNA. Decent pullback right there. So far, Moderna. MRK stopped you too. Good stop on it at least. Yeah, this is tricky. In the Zim, that I'm working, look at this. Down to 21, popping right back up. Isaiah, we may have top ticked LAC. That 320 area. Oh man. That's not gonna sit well with me if that thing fades all day. Dang, Moderna, come on, pulling back 60-some cents off the highs. It was getting juicy right there. We were thinking about it. Not a day to be short in the lows. Not a day to be short in the lows. Flipping around, trying to find something. Airy, yeah, I noticed something was going to happen there. ARY, it was a decent setup. 630. Could we pop and maybe risk short 630? 661's the 50-day moving average. We'll see. We will see. Zim right back up to the resistance, 2120s. What a day. What a day out here. Moderna, what we doing? All right, Kavo and BMY short here, risking high a day. BMY. Yeah, not bad. Some level of a support at 66 60s, 50s, 70s down there. Yeah, we had a couple upper wicks the last few trading days up there. Quite a bit off of that. Yeah, I mean, I like that too. It's not bad. BMY, tight risk on it. Might join you here on that. BMY. Let me do this. 20%. So the buying power thing, sometimes like on a higher price stock, it doesn't work as well as I would like it to, if that makes sense. I mean, we're right up at the risk, so we could go a little bit bigger share size here. All right, we'll do 50 shares, risking the high day. I like it too. 62.80s. It's not terrible. I don't want to give today like a ton of leeway, you know, because today is. Look at this thing already popping up towards the highs. Yeah, I mean, as soon as I freaking get an entry, I'm before I even get my stop out, I'm gonna get taken out. Stop, get out there. I'm about to get hit on it. Look at today. This is how today's going. I don't know if I can sit around much longer today because I feel like I'm gonna be going from green to red on the day. I'm gonna stick to a tight stop. I mean, that was the stop I had in mind, so I'm gonna stick to it. Probably will get stopped out. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I jinxed it apparently. I mean, look at the trend line. It's a good trade. It's just these, for some reason today is just being weird. The trend's all the way back down to like 62 on this. It's got room to sell off and pull back. Today, though, my God. Today is mRNA might give us sloppy seconds up here, but look how much it's getting balled up. Yeah, BMY just got taken out. mRNA potentially a trade here, sloppy seconds against the highs. How much do I want to give today? LAC back down to God bless. He on the sloppy seconds, pulling back from there. BMY, new highs. mRNA coming up to the highs. LAC 321's the top there. That one's been pulling back since. And Gap. Gap, the 20s are still holding up there. I like Moderna. That one's giving sloppy seconds. I do like her. Yeah, we need to find something to freaking scoop. Like this LRN. That'd be massive, dude. This thing's moving points at a time, too. 110. Really good support there. I'm not gonna go too deep in the red today. It's just not it's not worth it. It's not worth the day. Not worth giving back the week. Why is this thing selling off so much? Oh, short percent of the float has fallen. Company reported 15%. I don't know. Going against the market. The spread on this thing. 40 cents. I'm thinking about too. mRNA, that one, sloppy seconds, made new highs, starting to pull back off of that a little bit. And Zim, choppy. LAC, gonna piss me off all day. LRN, taking it, risking low a day. Yeah, it's not bad down here. Tis not bad. I would go like 10 freaking shares on this. That's what I would be doing. Because I'd probably be risking like 110. Let's see. LRN. Yeah, I don't mind stabbing this very small 10 share fill against, I don't know, I'll give it some room. If the market's been very green, everything's been very green, so I do not mind giving this a little room. Okay, I'm going to keep flipping around. Longs take longer. I can't. That one's going to play around a little bit. mRNA up near the highs. Zim still going sideways. We would be sitting very pretty if it didn't get stopped down on LAC. Gap going sideways. Let's see what like GV's doing. ENPH. Such a massive spread on LRN. That's why I took such small position size there. Zim getting a pop-up. 2135 stop still in place there. Yeah, guys. I mean, VZ's interesting. This one's popping up towards a resistance line I have on the daily chart. Let me see where that's at. Not great resistance. 46.10. Yeah, VZ's looking pretty good up here against like the 46.20 area. I'm about to be done with the day though. I might take VZ and just chill with the two other plays that I'm in. It has just not been an easy day today. Doug, you'll be back later to check roof damage. Hey, I got roof damage as well. What kind of roof damage you got? Nice. DIY guy. DIY Doug. Good to hear. Yeah, I'm trying to really focus on a good trade to get some green and stay green. Really trying to focus in, but I don't want to push the accelerator too much if today's going to be the way it's been. But thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you being here always. If LRN even with 10 shares like can pop up a couple points, dude, and Kayvon doesn't get out of his trade and slam the bid on down, we're gonna be fine. Yeah, LRN could this thing is so spready. This thing is so Kayvon likes these wild west kind of trades. I don't mind them with small share size, but even the small share size can actually do fairly well on this. If this can pop up to like 116, it'll be good on the day. And I will be done because today has been something. Oh, LAC is going to bug me all day. Here we go with another one of these. Why does that have to happen every single day? Every day. Every day top tick something. Gotta keep the stops. All right, so far so good, LRN. Nice work there. BMY up at a resistance line. BMY. That's the one we traded, isn't it? Oh, maybe we top tick that one too. Oh, LRN, look at that pop. Hell yeah, dude. Let's freaking go. Where are we sitting at right now? 114.67. 115.23. 116. Oh, that's why, because I have a freaking OCO order on it. Yeah, Kayvon, I'm thinking here. I mean, a decent spread, and chilling. I know longs take longer. Like, man, we got one working for us today. Shouldn't I let this thing keep working? Probably. Yeah, let me do that. 115. All right. Let's see what we can do here. Working this long still. I like that pop there, and I like that it's just kind of holding up fairly well. Sitting right here. Can we get up another point or two on it? Not loving the spread. I'd like to see if we can get a little bit more up in the 116.17 range on it. Okay. Oh, look at that pop. Took it way too early. So ZIM I just got liquidated on, and then LRN I just took seven shares. Oh, man. What a day. I don't even know if it's worth holding these three. Likely. It's scary to even set a stop on this, Kayvon, because it's like you're going to get slippage by a point, you know? Right. You took half over 115. Give me one more push. Nice. All right, I'm going to look and see if there's something else out there. VZ, I don't mind it against 46.20. Really don't. ZIM, yeah, look at that. That got a pop, stopped me out. LAC's down there. GV coming down to 750 support. And Gap is in a really nice descending triangle pattern. Look at that. Gap, descending triangle. Looks like it's going to crack under that. But like I'm saying, man, like today something looks like one thing and it does the opposite. Looks like one thing and does the complete opposite. Moderna back up to the highs. VAL interesting up here. All right, VAL. coming down towards this bottom trend, made a new high. You guys know what these things, the ascending triangles, what they like to do. They like to make new highs and then just pull down and have a fake out breakout and come down and crack. VAL. Let's see what we're working with. Yeah, I just don't know, guys. I don't know. Today's been not trusting things. Let's put it that way. I'm not trusting things today. Ha! Zim made a new high. It's pulling back down. Stop. Taking out stops is ZIM. Gosh, now that looks pretty good, right? Taking all those stops and pulling back. Now it looks kind of good for another short. ZIM, checking it out for a potential another short. I like that fake out breakout pullback. I am very much a fan of that kind of action. When I'm in on the short side, let's put it that way. Zim pulling back even more. Lots of other people are seeing the same thing. You get that breakout, then just fake out, breakout, pull down, elevator down. Off she goes. BMY, there that goes. And Val potentially something here. Or VZ. VZ is what I meant. I'm like, what the hell? All right, VZ. VZ. Let's see if we can potentially a short against the highs. I like the 46.20. It looks like it's getting a little weak currently. Man, BMW finally wants to pull in, Kayvon. Man, after we stopped out the highs, I mean, you gotta do it though. You gotta stop out at the where you have your stops. I like VZ. If I got in here, though, it would be probably up against the highs. Yeah, Zim. God, man. It needed that pop, apparently. It needed that big old fake out breakout above the highs before it started selling back down. Dang, that's aggravating. What's Moderna doing down there? Nothing. Val's looking a little heavy right there. Yeah, Val's looking heavy against the upper trend line. And then VZ, yeah, that one's looking pretty good too, pulling back. BMY might be giving some sloppy seconds here. I got filled on the rest of the shares. LRN. Thank you, Kayvon. All right, so now let's see if we could scrounge quota still. Let's see if we can work Q. BMY, that pop up there. I'm gonna try to snipe a decent trade here. Let's see what the market gods are providing us. Zim was pretty good. It was pretty good up there. Gap getting a bounce. Descending triangle into that bounce. I don't trust that one anymore. That's too wild. GV cracking, halting down even further. How's everybody doing out there? Everybody green or at least preserving capital fairly well on a day like today? It's okay if you're not green today, as long as you're not getting stupid, like over trading and revenge trading. Just don't do that. Oh, GT looks good right here. GT, Goodyear tire. Popping right up to its 200-day moving average. 200-day moving average, 13 EMA. Let me look. Let me do a little bit of more digging real quick, see what we can find. 960, good. Resistance here. Yep, all right. 960 is pretty good. Just don't start selling off yet, GT. Come on. Wait. LRN, nice. That one's in the 116s right now. GT. I'm going to put an order out, 20% GT on the ask, 954. Really against the highs, although I don't want to get stomped down at the top. Yeah, Isaiah, I don't know. I mean, today would have been fine if our LAC would have not top ticked us. I'm fairly pissy about that. I'm going to take a short GT. Risking, I'll put 9, like, I don't know. 965. Give it a little bit more room. Decent chart here. Decent chart. Small reds, nothing to be upset about, though. Gonna work what you have at the moment. What do you have at the moment? Curious. Yeah, GT, that one I like as like a slow fader, like LAC. I mean, look at this, man. Like, it is what it is, LAC. That one, we had the right idea. I love having the right idea. I just wish the ideas would, come to fruition a little sooner. The stair-steppy straight-up price action was aggravating on it. Gap, look at this kind of price action too. Like gap, descending triangle on the day. Oh, let's break up and over that on pretty much fluff news. And that's what we're experiencing today. And then GV has had all kinds of manipulation on that. like straight up, straight down, straight up, sideways consolidation, straight up, straight down, halt down again. It's like, come on, man. BJ, BMY, and VZ. Yeah, Zim was kind of a miss for me, too, on this fake out, breakout, pull back down to 2120. When it did that, I pretty much knew in my mind, okay, we just accumulated more shorts, or excuse me, we just accumulated more longs, and this thing is now set to fade, essentially. They do that sometimes. It'll just go sideways and try to, like, accumulate more longs to fade. So when we popped up, took out stops, broke out, and then we pulled back really fast, right back down to that 2120 level, I felt like sure that this thing was good. That's awful. You should never feel sure, but always have a stop in place. But I felt really good. Like I've seen this a million times. This thing was going to crack under that. I can't, but with today being the day it's been, I'm not chasing this thing short. I mean, maybe it fades today, but I'm not chasing it down here. All right, GT, what's my average? 955, 960 risk. Is that risk actually going to hold up? This is the trade I'm trying to utilize to get me to Q on the day. I need the LAC fee to come back into my account tomorrow or Monday, though. So I'm glad to have done that. We'll see if that's accurate based on what they said, what you said, just not what CPro says. So GT looking good so far against that resistance. So far, so good. Today that has not meant much, though. VZ, you're in. Let's look at VZ. Yeah, not bad. Looks heavy and weak. Volume's fading on it. That looks fairly fine. BMY, nice. Can probably work some greenback in some of these, like the BMY. BMY, you got a better entry than... If you don't mind me asking, what entry you got on BMY? Nice work there on that fade, though. And then BJ. What's BJ up to? That thing had made like a little red to green move, and then it's going sideways right now. Yeah, guys. Let me... $62.76 on BMY. Oh, nice. All right, it's coming down to its bottom trend line and to some VWAP. Just be mindful of that. Not telling you how to trade, but good work, dark side trading. The dark side trading prevails. See if 950 is going to hold as support on GT if we're going to crack under that. That's what I'm looking at the moment. But yeah, I think it's got such good overhead resistance on it. Probably going to work this one throughout the day. Just got my stop set on it. Reducing the risk on it, so smaller share size. If it pulls back down in the 30s or so, we'll be good on the day. Otherwise, we'll be a break-even day if this one doesn't work out. So I can't really complain too much about that. The LAC is going to bug me all day, but outside of that, I think that's maybe going to wrap up the day. Let me flip around one more time. GT getting a decent bounce off of 950 right now. Yeah, like 920 support would be a good profit area. All right, let's flip around. Moderna's kind of flagging up. Yeah, it's definitely got some decent support down here. With how today's going, I could short into a like a fake out breakout on Moderna. Zim getting a random pop down there. My God, what is with today? Yeah, Moderna definitely something there still. GV's looks done to me, but who knows? Who knows with GV what that's going to end up doing? Yeah, this is wild. Wild price action. Like this RGTI. A lot of massive recovery moves today. See if there's anything else maybe can get involved with on the slow side. The slow dark side. I mean, HE, there's something there too. Making lower highs. It's got support down at like the VWAP. I'm not entirely trusting today enough to take a trade here. I like that pattern a lot. I just don't know if I trust today enough to get involved with that. And then Moderna, there's something here. Again, the market's been tricky, so just make sure you apply some good risk, good stops to some of these trades. GT, I'm working this at tap 960 again. Would like this to crack under 950 and fade. We will see if we get that on it today. I'm trying to determine if I want to apply a little bit more sizing to it because I'm right at my risk. It's a decent setup. I just don't know if today's worth it. I don't think today is worth it. I don't think today is worth it. I think we'll leave it at that. Okay, I'm thinking about Moderna. Oh, I was thinking about it. What the heck? You see that? 70-cent dump right there at 37.50. Immediately, as soon as I said, I'm thinking about a short here, I'm like, this thing is creeping right up to resistance. And that thing just dumped a whole point now. Wow. God, why couldn't I have been involved with that? It felt like something was about to happen with it. Like, this thing is creeping right up to resistance. There might be something here. Could there be something there still? 30, if it gets back up over 37 real quick. If it gets back over 37 real quick, could hit it for a short. As traders are looking to potentially be getting out. Put an order at 37.05. Frick. Yeah, it didn't take me out. That was on the ask. Man, what a sell-off. Wow. Just holding BJ for the rest of the day, Isaiah. Yeah, nice work. Moderna, try to hit it up over 37. Oh, man. What a sell-off there. Trying to get involved with it on a nice pop over 37. Not sure we're going to get it, though. What a sell-off. Yeah, that's going to be semi-difficult to recover. But with how today's been, maybe not. Moderna in the 30s now. Painful. Painful, painful, painful. Under 36, there is decent support on Moderna. Under 36. If anybody's trying to scoop this up. What's good old Spy doing? Spy's chopping around. VZ fading. Zim all the way back up to where it started selling off at. This thing just cannot make up its mind what it wants to do. It cannot make up its mind. And so I'm about to make up my mind what I'm going to do, because I'm not sure. Anything you guys are trading want me to look at, or... He is still in that descending triangle pattern. Sitting real heavy on VWAP right now. I don't trust a trade there, so I'm just going to avoid it. I'll revisit it later and take a look. I'll clean up my watch list a little bit. Yeah, VZ, nice fade. Moderna still struggling, and GT that I'm with going sideways. So, traders, I think that's gonna wrap up the day. I'm gonna do a live stream probably tonight. Probably do a live stream tonight. Go over trades throughout the week. Go over the week in general. Go over some psychology, some tips and tricks. So be there tonight if you guys want to show up. Probably be around 9 or so. And send in any charts. If you want me to take a look at any charts, send them in. GT coming down towards that 950 level now. Can we break it now? Can we crack under 950? I think I'm just working this one throughout the day, though. I think I'm just going to work this one throughout the day. See if we can get back down into like the 920s or so with GT. $930s, 20s. Yeah, Keith, thank you, man. Have a great weekend. Appreciate you showing up. Moderna mess, man. Yeah, today was not as easy as the last couple days. Just more challenging. Definitely more challenging than the last 2 days. So, good job sitting on hands if you were, or a little green, or a little red. Just as long as you're not overtrading, revenge trading. It's all mental. Trading consistently starts in the mind. So, traders, thank you for tuning in. As always, appreciate you guys. We're going to work these accounts up. We're going to grow them. And we will see you at the top. All right, traders, take care.